Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Non-Stop Talking with your girl here, Vivian Liu. Today I am filming my February 2020 watching wrap-up. I'm sorry this is coming to you so late. I was super busy in February and then March and coronavirus happened and things have just been feeling like the world is ending. But yeah, here I am filming, editing, so hopefully I will get this out soon enough. In February I watched 3 shows, one of them being a rewatch, 1 docuseries, 1 documentary, and 5 movies. 4 were rewatches. Wow, I was rewatching a lot of things. But yeah, actually not mostly, all of them I watched at home. So first thing I finished this month is Eternal Love, 三生三世十里桃花. This is a 2017 long Chinese 仙侠 drama. This is a rewatch for me. I watched it in preparation for the new sequel slash spin-off that is coming out. So with this story, Eternal Love, it's the love story of god deities Ye Hua and Bai Tian as it spans 3 lifetimes. I'm not going to go into too much detail here. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 and I love it. I think the show is amazing. And yeah, like I said, I'm not going to go into too much detail. I have a video review for it and you can check that out. I'll link it down below. Next thing I finish is Numbers season 6. So Numbers is about Don, who is an FBI agent, and his brother Charlie, who is a genius math professor. They combine efforts and solve crime, save the world, or save LA together. And I actually always thought this was like a fun but mediocre series that I really enjoyed. This 6th season came out originally in like 2009 and 2010. This is like the last season. I was thinking of doing like a series wrap up or TV show thoughts review for it. I don't know, it's still in the works in my head. We'll see if I get to it. Overall, I like the show, but I thought this final season was a little weak and lacking, and I ended up giving it a 2.9 out of 5. Number 3 is To All the Boys 2, P.S. I Still Love You. So this is a 2020 Netflix movie based off the books written by Jenny Han. I've read the trilogy. I was super duper looking forward to this second movie. I loved the first one so much, and I have to say that the second one was actually really cute, really sweet. I love the dates. I thought they were so cheesy and like just like gave me all the feels. But was this necessary? Did it add anything to the relationship, to the plot, to the story? I don't know. I have to say that I did find it a little bit boring, and honestly one of the problems I have with it was that you introduced John Ambrose and you didn't even give John Ambrose a fighting chance. Like, so yeah, I mean, I still enjoyed it though, even though I had like a few problems with some of the editing and cutting choices as well. I ended up giving it a 3.5 out of 5 though. Number 4 is Xenon Girl of the 21st Century. So my cousin has Disney Plus now, so I've just been using it to slowly rewatch DCOM and MCU movies with my sister, and one of the ones we watch was, you know, obviously Xenon Girl of the 21st Century. So this is a 1999 DCOM, and it's about like inquisitive teenage girl who lives on a spaceship but gets grounded back down to Earth to live with her aunt, and there's something that happens and she just needs to go back and save the spaceship. Okay, so this was actually super duper fun. I was watching it with my sister and my friend, and we were both getting a kick out of it. As adults, we realized that like the plot is a little unfinished. Like once it gets to the end, you're like, wait, you still have the issue of funding. That was never actually resolved. But let's not look too deep into it. Just know that, like, I love the songs. Zoom, 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 my heart go boom, 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 my supernova girl. And then the lingo, Zetas Lapitas, and the highlighter bright clothing. Like, everything about this was just so, like, good old fun nostalgia. I ended up giving it a 3.5 out of 5. Next at number 5 is Don't Fuck with Cats, Hunting an Internet Killer. I originally was not planning on watching this 2019 docu-series, which is on Netflix, because I thought it would be too much for me to handle, but a few of my friends watched it and they told me that, like, it's super interesting, so I decided to give it a try. Hearing those cat videos really was like, but yeah, I do think that this was a really, like, weird and, like, hard to watch but you can't stop kind of documentary. I never actually heard about this story when it was on the news, so I was just, like, shocked that all of this was was real life, and I was just wowed. And I think one thing that ruined this documentary for me was how they decided to end it. I was not a fan of this ending. If you were gonna end it that way, you shouldn't have made the documentary in the first place. But yeah, I didn't like that fake final message. And I ended up giving it a 3 out of 5. But can I just say that the killer's mom, oh my god, she is living in denial for the rest of her life. Number 6 is Iron Man, which came out in 2008. And then number 7 is Iron Man 2, which came out in 2010. I really liked Iron Man. I thought the second one wasn't as good as the first one, but they were both they deserve their props, right? For, like, starting the MCU in a way for our generation. And Robert Downey Jr., amazing. Honestly, like, Iron Man just needs to be respected, and that's that. Number 8 is Criminal Minds season 15. So this is obviously about a group of FBI profilers who, like, explore, analyze, examine the country's most twisted minds to, like, catch them. And this is the final season ever, and I was watching each episode every week as it came out, and honestly, it's so bittersweet. I've loved Criminal Minds for so long, and I've stuck with the show through all the changes, and it's crazy to think that, like, this is the official end. And I mean, I think it was a fairly good send-off. I ended up giving it a 4 out of 5. Number 9 is Miss Americana, which is a 2020 Netflix documentary about Taylor Swift. Arguably, Taylor Swift is the most popular and successful pop singer of this current generation, and I love her. I think she's amazing, and she just deserves so much, like, appreciation and respect. And I love that there's this documentary out that's just trying to show the world that she's human in herself, you know. But yeah, I loved it. It was great. There were obviously some things I would have liked to see more of, but all in all, good stuff. Number 10, and the last thing that I watched in February 2020, or the last thing I completed on it, is The Princess Diaries 2 Royal Engagement. I watched Princess Diaries, or I rewatched Princess Diaries 1 with my sister last year, I believe, when it was still on Netflix. And then now that we have Disney Plus, we decided to rewatch 2 together, and we had a lot of fun. I love Anne Hathaway and Chris Pine. I think the acting, the message, the humor, all of it was just on point. And I remember when Stacy, who's my sister, and I were watching Princess Diaries 1, it was last year is because of the fact that there was talks of there being a Princess Diaries 3, and I don't know what has happened to the talks of 3 happening. I hope that it will happen, and you know, everyone get on board. Remind them that they talked about making a Princess Diaries 3 last year, and there's still no news, no new news about it, which is just very disheartening. But yeah, as for Princess Diaries 2 and this rewatch with my sister, we both gave it a 4 out of 5. Just so much fun. That's it. Those are the 10 things I completed in February 2020. I know it feels like very little compared to what I usually watch, but it's because a lot of the things that I'm watching right now are actually ongoing series. So I'm still watching a lot of TV and stuff like that, but they just haven't completed themselves. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you've seen any of these and what are your thoughts. Plus, what did you watch in February 2020? Outro time. Like, comment, subscribe. See you in my next video whenever that is. Bye!